Hey everybody, what the heck is going on? Buddy Blackford here with another Photoshop CS6 tutorial, and today we're going to learn how to use the Perspective Crop Tool. And this is a new tool within CS6, so you might be learning this for the first time. So what you do with the Perspective Crop Tool is you create a crop selection, and then you can adjust the perspective to make it look like you're looking at the cropped image in a different way. Now, there are some pitfalls to this where your image may become a little distorted and things like that. So it's good to use you got to know how to use it so it doesn't distort everything. Don't make huge adjustments and everything like that, but we'll get into that later. So the crop perspective tool is best used on images that already have perspective to them. As you can see, this bike, the back of the bike is closer to us and the front of this bike is farther away. Now I want to use this image to maybe make the bike look like it's the same size, or like going like the same way across, so that everything is the same exact closest to us. So like bringing this bike tire forward and pushing this one back. So what we're going to do is create a selection right now, and then this selection turns into a grid. You can adjust any side of the grid you want and it'll move that way. So what I'm going to try to do here is bring this part forward, bring this part down. I don't need to bring it forward at all, I want to keep it straight. So let's bring that down and maybe bring this side a little up and this side a little down. And what this is going to do is going to give me a new perspective on the bike. Bring this up a little. So we're going to get this looking, this type of perspective on the bike. Now up here at the top, I'm going to hit clear. That'll clear out all the information you have in here. You can leave it as it is and not type in anything and press enter or hit this check mark up here, and you'll get a cropped image with a perspective on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I hit enter, and we've got this image, and it didn't work too well. Looks like I didn't go too much. I didn't do it too well, so here's what we got. Notice that the image isn't like distorted or anything, however. Well, it is distorted, but it wasn't too like really distorted. I'll show you an example of another kind. So I'm gonna have to do this again. And I'll just do these real quick this time and not try to get into too much detail. So pull this up, pull this down, try to keep the back tire in there. So if I click on front image, it's going to use the size of the biggest image that's in the front. So it's got our different inches here of what our image actually is, and then the resolution of what the image is. And now if I hit enter or press that check mark button, we're gonna get a image that is the same resolution, and now the bike looks like it's a little more straight on instead of more tilted away from us. Now it's not going to be perfect because you can see like the bike handlebars and the bike seat are like facing away still. So we got some visual cues here that can lead our eye to believe that it's a little facing away, but overall it's more towards us in perspective. So that's how you use that tool. Now I just wanted to show you how this doesn't work very well on flat images that have no perspective. So let's go to this one. Now this is pretty much a straight-on shot of this lifeguard tower. So let me make a selection on it with the perspective tool. And maybe we want to look at it like we're looking at it from below. So let's bring it in like this. So this will make it wider at the bottom and smaller at the top. So if I hit this button here to select it, now it distorts the image and it's not really what we wanted to see. So I need to go back, do it again, bring these closer in. It's not going to be perfect. because I just want to save some time. Bring these out a little, and then we'll hit front image and do it again with the image being the right size, and you can still see how it distorts it and doesn't give us the perspective that we really want. So it doesn't work too well on these kind of images that are straight on. It works well on images that have more of a perspective. So that's how you use the crop tool. You can toggle the grid on and off on this by clicking on the show grid button. So if those grid marks get in your way and you don't really need to use them at all, it helps me see the perspective when I have the grid on, because then you can see the way that the grid lines move. So if you got it like this, otherwise it kind of just looks like a square to me, but I mean, you can still see some perspective and everything like that. Also, I just wanted to let you know that you can rotate the image, the crop image here. So just drag outside the area. I mean, just like you're rotating with the free transform. Whenever it turns into a double arrow that's bent, that means you can rotate. So that's it for using the perspective crop tool. It gives you a crop and then adds the perspective that you created using the transform tools on the crop selection area. So that's it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. It's going to be awesome. See you later.